So, I know what route we're gonna start with. We've done Beast twice, so let's do Nightmare. Because we've only done one Nightmare route.
You're on a path in the woods.
Shut up. Fucking narrator.
You make your way up the shore.
I literally flinched at
The
you're on a
interior
path.
of the cabin
yeah.
is almost entirely.
Okay, am I looking at the right? Yeah, okay. Without the knife. Yes. I will help you.
The door to the basement
I know I try to stay pretty even keel when it comes to my opinions on stuff, but this is like trying to stay even keel. I was telling Katie this, so she's gonna hear it again. This is like trying to stay even keel about Hojo. I just can't do it.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
That's not possible at all. I've heard stories about friends that my friends have had that are Hojo sympathizers. So...
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the...
Oh, yeah. They were like, Hojo didn't technically kill anybody. I'm like, he shot Vincent right in the chest. Oh, yeah. Oh, there are Hojo sympathizers. They don't think... They think that Sephiroth is the evil one. Literally not taking into account that Hojo is the... Hojo is the reason Sephiroth is the way he is. Because, you know... Yeah, and he killed Gast as well. He may not have pulled the trigger that time, but he definitely ordered the troopers to. Yeah, he killed Gast, he kidnapped Gast's wife and daughter, and planned to experiment on both of them. And yeah, he literally pulled the trigger on Vincent Valentine. Like, we saw it. Held a gun up to his chest and pulled the trigger. If you really want to go down the Hojo is responsible for everything rabbit hole, which is just basically the game, Hojo caused the death of everyone in Nibelheim because his experiments drove Sephiroth to insanity, because guess whose bright idea it was to make sure Lucrezia injected Genova cells directly into her womb. Spoiler, it actually was not Lucrezia. Kind of. I would actually say that's more Heidegger. I would actually blame Heidegger for Zack's death, because he was the one that sent the army. Hojo and the bullshittery in Crisis Core, and that's all I can say without spoiling Crisis Core for the others in chat, Hojo actually had very little to do with the stuff in Crisis Core except make me laugh at Zack when Hojo's like, what's in this tube? Oh, something shiny? And Zack's like, oh my god, I'll get it, and he just walked in. Although, Crisis Core did show us how, fucking Hojo experimented on Cloud and Zack. So, there's that. That gave Cloud severe Mako poisoning and pretty much did kill him for 5 years. But yeah, I would say Heidegger is more responsible for Zach's death because Heidegger was in charge of the army. Hojo did make the other person want to be in a dick measuring contest. I don't know why. I have so many questions. Like, I just looking back at Crisis Core, I'm like, Vaith, I have questions. But we're getting worse. We're getting on a huge tangent. But yes, there. Okay, thank God that bottle was empty. Knocked over a soda bottle. According to Kazi, it's a micro penis, so don't worry. But unfortunately. But yeah, there are Hojo sympathizers. I don't dislike people who like characters like, I wish Hojo would stub his toe against every piece of furniture ever. I don't, and like, I would like to throw this out into the ether. I know I've said it before. I like anyone who may find the narrator's motives interesting, or, you know, they can see why he did it, from like a character angle. And they're like, that's a good character. Yeah, I agree. That is a good character because he's a good villain. You need a villain, and that is a good villain because your heroes are not anything without villains. We would not feel for the princess or the Long Quiet or the hero if we did not have the narrator being this manipulative, this cagey. So it's like, feeling things about the narrator, I'm never going to condemn that because that's a sign of good writing. It's just excusing his actions is what starts to get me like really fucking riled. But like as a character, narrator is a very good one. Because again, heroes are nothing without their villains. So, I do think that he is a complex enough character because, I mean, he was able to literally bind a god and separate them into two different kind of eldritch beings / gods. But, and like that in itself is very interesting to me. But, I also like, I've mentioned this before, how he slips up in trying to control these things. And it shows how he's out of his depth. I think it's very, very good. So, you know, beyond all that, I'm never gonna, you know, if someone's like, I like the narrator as a character, I'll be like, cool. But if someone's like, no, I get where he's coming from, I'll be like, bro, I have so many issues with death. And I'm mad at this man. Okay, I need to talk to her.
Okay.
What's her name?
Oh.
Is that your name? I'll go climb a ladder to Pluto. I don't know anything about you.
Of course I'm locked up down.
You've been eating and
Let's see what
drinking. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Princess.
Now, do I just go get it? It just says retrieve the knife. Oh, but then I lock her in the basement.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. I fucked up. I'm on another route. Hang on.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that,
For legal purposes, the narrator did absolutely everything wrong. Yes, he did. I agree.
you make your way up. The interior of the cabin is all
Through the basement. How did I do it last time?
door to the base.
Without the knife.
You are? Okay. Oh. I don't see what... Of course.
Maybe that was the right path.
I don't know how to destroy the world.
Thank you.
Retrieve the blade. and
You
see what
turn
that
back to the
does.
stair.
You'll regret this. I
Oh.
promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Maybe that was
Slip
the right
these
path.
chains. She can't, right? She needed. She
We've
has to be
technically heard
bluffing,
this.
but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours.
Oh, it was right there. I'm locking her down
This
there
is a
and letting her
dangerous
bleed
play.
out. Lock her away.
You close the basement door, locking it behind. Just
bed.
ignore her. Maybe the bang. You put the princess's threats out of your mind. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin.
I'd say better luck next time.
It can't be. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark.
I want to make sure. Yeah, the nightmare. Okay. Otherwise, I would have skipped through
You're
it
on
more.
a path in the woods.
I forget who we have with us here. Gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die. If he doesn't remember what happened. Shh. What if he hears us?
It's my boy, the paranoid. The smitten is my
Oh,
favorite,
warning.
but I really like the paranoid.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us.
Yeah, I feel really bad for the paranoid. He's a fucking boss for keeping the narrator alive, though. Or not the narrator, God, fuck no. For keeping the hero alive. Although I will say his mantra in the back is like, it was starting to like wig me out. It was getting to be like almost a sensory overload. Without the knife. Okay.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favors.
Imagine having that in your headphones, man. Oh.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated. Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself.
Yeah, it just says, okay. And then it just says go down without the knife and then do a thing. Go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
Almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this thing. Heart, lungs, liver,
Oh, God.
nerves, heart,
Here we go.
lungs, liver,
You don't have a weapon, and the way out of here is nowhere to be seen.
heart. That isn't my fault. Liver, nerves. Doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did,
Oh, I already asked
don't
for
have
that.
to.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
We don't have to be enemies.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve.
Lungs,
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me.
lungs,
So I started to drag your body out with me, and then,
liver,
well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love...
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What if I let you out? What then? Do we go our separate ways?
Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
I
heart,
don't want
lungs,
to...
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side.
I didn't want to piss her off.
Well, I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
So I refuse to let you out.
And we're stuck down here together
liver,
until you change your mind.
lungs. Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out.
Nerves,
And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Okay, let's get out of here.
What? No!
Yes.
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
Heart. No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and
I'm going to
do
address...
you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit.
Oh! Let's go, paranoid. I'm going to... Okay. If that is the same BPM to staying alive, that's what they tell you to do for chest compressions. If his mantra is the same BPM as staying alive, that means he is literally performing CPR on you. It is. Holy shit. Yeah, no wonder that wigs me out so much. That actually explains a lot.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use it. But we don't. We've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver. You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart? Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again.
Suddenly there's a door.
Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
And now you open the door.
Oh no, we didn't. We're just viewing the door. Sorry.
There's nothing else for us to do. The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed
A World of Terror is the achievement I just unlocked. Interesting she didn't stab you. She couldn't. The nightmare's whole point is that she needs you. I'm gonna take my phones off for a sec so I can think. She needs you. The princess always needs you to leave the cabin. Notice she usually dies in there, but any time that there's a route with her that needs to leave, she needs you. Like with the Spectre, she couldn't just float her way out. Like she was saying, I tried to leave, but then I was here. So, yeah, that's why she didn't stab, because she's one that actually needs to leave and wants to leave. Her kind of rational thinking is overcoming
Heart,
is overcoming any need to kill.
nerves, heart, lungs.
Oh yeah, but the nightmare is more interested in tormenting you.
Liver, nerves,
I think another iteration of her would do that for sure.
nerves, heart,
I actually wonder if there is. I do know the pristine cut is going to go into a couple more aspects of like some of the routes. I don't know which ones, but they were ones that the dev and the public felt were kind of not as well done as they could have been. And there are going to be newer routes as well. But I'm gonna be princessed out after I finish getting all 97 achievements, and then before they undoubtedly add more.
liver,
So
heart,
we'll come back to slay the princess
heart,
after the pristine cut. We're not gonna come back to it right away.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
It's so beautiful.
lungs,
I can't wait to ruin it.
nerves,
But it's so cold, too.
liver.
It's itching against my skin.
This is actually the first princess I've seen that has made it out into wildlife. Usually she just ends up in the long quiet.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
Even for like that minute, most princesses don't make it that far.
She's gone.
Gonna be
But it
okay.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Calling us and not in a good way.
Okay. If you say so.
Can we trust you? Yes, actually. Gaze into my reflection. I think this is where the narrator pops up. Nope. I thought this was the last one I had on this route, but nope.
There's a world beyond. This one is filled with sadness.
Okay, nothing new.
A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to. The next time I see you,
Okay.
each of us will finally know what.
A terrifying vessel. Bring the nightmare to her. Okay. So, oh no, we've only seen the beast once. Sorry, it's adversary we've seen a while. It's adversary we've seen 2 routes of. Let's do the beast again. I got a feral vessel and dissolving will. Okay.
You make your way up. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls.
We're gonna enter without the knife.
The door to the basement.
Do not tell her that you're here to save her.
You are? It's.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this.
Stairs. Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the steps.
Okay. Now we go into slay the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down.
I think I have to do it
So
again.
your nerves are seizing with.
Yeah. Now we give up. which is good because that was my only choice.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the beast. Perfect.
She will lie. Does a cat lie to a
Haunted,
cornered mouse
that's
when
right.
it plays? The interior of the cabin is ruinous and...
Okay, blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks.
There she is.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright.
Say that she's chained, so you're safe.
We're not. Move.
We're gonna have to get eaten a couple more times. I'm gonna move this time, though.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Stop fighting and show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
I don't want to run for the stairs. I need to kill her.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive.
I have to get eaten?
It doesn't matter
Just
if
to
it keeps us
kill her.
alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Wait for her to strike and hit her back.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive. If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her, and she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Well, we're not dead, But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your
Oh.
death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm not going for the achievement I thought, so...
You're on a path in the Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
I also like the stuff. Okay. Yeah, essentially he's a barbarian, yeah.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger? When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you. Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Her influence is spread, by the way. Look at the forest.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
Let's go, stubborn.
And how do you intend to do that? We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows. Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we? He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
That is different.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much. Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. But especially for you.
This is also why he pisses me off, because it's like no matter what you do, even if you listen to him, he's mad at you. Like, if you listen to him and die, he's like, well, you're just a fuck up. And it's like, all right.
We don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
What's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her. But we're so small. We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop, that's all we need to put her on the defensive.
Yeah. Oh. All our answers are at the cabin. Let's go.
You make your way down to the cabin.
Ooh.
Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
Look at this. This is... Ooh, this is so cool. I like this.
We've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan. It's a better plan than you had last time.
High wisdom, low intelligence.
I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and
this
brush
is
obscure so
sick.
much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all.
This is sick.
The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings.
Yeah, no, honey. I did think about the paranoid immediately. With the hunter being like, I'll keep us breathing. It's like, it's paranoid.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
I could do one of two, but I think I'm gonna go with the more fun one. I feel like violence.
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. even if it's not a very big one. Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. There's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us. If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it. Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be good. One step closer to ending this.
I wasn't doing that just to spite the narrator. I know we actually have heard that before.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually.
I wonder what the deal is with the mirror, though. Because, like, the narrator knows it's there because he keeps saying, no, it's fucking not. He's doing everything he can to stop us looking into it. Because the time we actually do look into it, like when we're gonna look into it here, we'll see him. So this is kind of how it's like it's a two-way mirror, essentially. Yeah, and we see it every time we go to the shifting mound as well. I don't know. I wonder if there is an explanation for it or not. Or if it's just kind of your mileage may vary. I haven't read very deep on the TV tropes page because I don't want to spoil myself. But I promise after this game I will be reading the TV tropes page. To see if there's, people usually throw around some theories on there.
It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Smash.
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black.
Oh.
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend.
That actually may be a question we can ask him. Remember, we had so many questions that we ran out of, we ran out of time. There are more questions than he can answer before he shatters.
It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
That's interesting. I think this is the first time, one of the first times at least, where she's not dead. That she doesn't say anything.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Ready to fight.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows.
Look at that! She has actual wings now.
You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment. See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
She does look kind of Griffin-like, yeah. full-blown wild fantasy chimera mode, yeah. Or some type of sphinx, yeah. I like the descriptor of chimera, because at least the way I think of it, because haha, it's Full Metal Alchemist Day, is that it's a mix of a bunch of different things. Yeah, that's right, I went there. For once, I made the fucking joke. Or made the reference, instead of people doing it to me! It's 2 memes in 1. It's Full Metal Alchemist Day and Mean Girls Day. All right. You're a terrible person. God damn it. Oh god, it is funny because the first time I was like, oh man, if we had the stubborn, like when I was trying to fight back, I was like, if I had the stubborn, this would be easier. Because he would just be like, let's just fucking go, Paul! And now we get the stubborn.
But you get that wrong before she lunges again, re-engaging with even more ferocity than before. Ooh. But that voice in your head wasn't wrong. Within that ferocity, there is also hesitation. Not much, but enough. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your heart. And then it all reaches a climax.
Fight. Successfully take the fight to a creature in its den. That's what I was going for.
And...
But he doesn't respond. Eyes glance at you from the untextured threads of a world unraveled. That wasn't the original one I was going for, but this is the one I pivoted to. Because it's fine, we have enough achievements to go for in here. Eyes glance at you from the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Am I free? They ask. She became so feral she couldn't even talk. So I'm gonna get a wordless vessel. Okay, so I didn't have to. I'm getting a twofer.
She's gone. Is that a... But it feels so bad. Thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just... Okay.
Hello, narrator man.
I think you know.
A massive pain in my ass, yes. Okay, there's another achievement to get here with the narrator, actually. It is Death of the Author. To ask him questions until there's only one piece of him remaining. And then I think we end it. I'm wondering if there's questions about that mirror.
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Yeah, what she actually is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can, so I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
By destroy her, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels fucking worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
But that's what it's going to be in stagnation, is oblivion, as well. You're delusional.
I'm only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
God, yeah, you see what I mean? There's like so many different paths now.
Light. Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear. No more howling chaos. Just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
You made me. What am
You're
I?
the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture.
The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
Yes, that's exactly right, Katie. What he wants is utopia by creating a dystopia. Absolutely. Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? Or I don't want to be God. I want to be me. I think I said that last time.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion.
I like that Keyblade. One of my favorites.
When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Yeah, bro, what about overpopulation? Jesus Christ. Well, this was a construct. What is it supposed to do?
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world.
Just have to turn into the Pillar Man race to stop having babies? Is this how the Pillar Man race started? You made AC/DC, you son of a bitch. Probably.
But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
I can't get mad about Cars or Wamu because they're awesome. I can get mad about AC/DC. He's a sick fuck. Okay, we have one left, so say nothing and watch him end? Hang on. Slay the... Sally. Slay the princess. Death of the author. I did that. Doesn't really say. No.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Bye-bye. A wordless vessel. Nothing about... Maybe it's I have to... like, exhaust all questions? That doesn't seem right, though. Both the Raven, you dense motherfucker. Yeah. Okay. Now I need to head up to Strange Beginnings. Okay. Cool. That. Thank you, Ren. Happens now.
Ever the passive player.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand.
Okay, apparently...
But we cannot use words alone. You are devoured. Prey for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But even after the pain of defeat, you return.
See, this is a new one.
The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
Don't want to think of a world without you.
Then don't.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious.
So even the vessels will have different things to say, even if you've brought them multiple times, depending on the route you took to get them there. Very diverse.
It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again.
She did not talk about death of a body before.
But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown. And through that, you feared nothing.
That's raw as fuck. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers just because we're beyond it.
Others cling to fear because they have not yet seen beyond it. Will you strip the world of possibility just because some refuse to see its beauty? A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back to it?
Though that was us before we were us, there is no turning back. For all the Echo's delusion, he still managed to reshape reality itself. Though he could not destroy what could not be destroyed. We are intertwined, but we are separate. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Without redemption, there can be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is, there is no constant. Open your eyes.
I won't kill you, but I won't let you free.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
more Metalocalypse gifts. Nice.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hero! You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Ready?
Then let's go.
Strange beginnings beget strange endings. Because we ended up in the weird cabin again. Even I love how this game, half of my chat is Ace. And yet even this game is just like, oh, look at the butt. Oh, look at the boobs. This game brings forth everything. It brings everyone together. Okay, I got strange beginnings. Fuck, where is it? There it is. Look! Listen! I knew it.
Do you need me to describe things?
Sweet boy.
That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place.
Whoa, 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 what?
Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
Just the three of us?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Okay, so I can do another ending as well. Cool. And then I'm gonna have to do some mean ones. Fun. And then I'm done with the endings, and I can just focus on the routes that get there.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
Oh my god, that's right, because we came back to this cabin, he was still just lingering here. How am I the only... Yeah, the horniest person in chat. How am I the only one not sexually attracted to anything here? I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
Good riddance.
Good riddance? Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss the guy.
I'm not.
Yeah, right. He really put us through hell, didn't he?
Oh man. Okay. That's why I was like, just let me check the achievements I've unlocked, and it was there. Thank God. All right. Good. We're good. I was like, am I fucking stupid? It just says to get down to one question. That's not hard. Do I just have to like watch him die? I don't understand.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
I think only in the nightmare.
I always thought they were implied. He never mentioned the mirror either, but that didn't mean he implied it was there. It's gone, though. I think it did whatever it needed to do.
He usually doesn't, but I think he did in the nightmare. Usually, if you let him go on and on, like he'll talk about how there are eyes, or maybe I was just imagining that.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Yeah, sign we take it.
That's probably for the best. It's always seems to give us more things we can do, right? So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves.
Yeah, the Contrarian's just there to fuck with the narrator.
You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
No, wait, I'm gonna save.
You actually did it! I know I just told you not to, but I'm proud that you did it anyways. It's like you finally left the nest.
I need to enter the basement with it, but can I take it back?
Yeah, just like that it's gone, isn't it? Blade tossed, glass shattered. I guess we'll have to make do without it. There's your third beat. Hey! You're right. Good work. That was really funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I saved. There's no achievement for that. I just wanted to see what would happen if you threw it. I just thought that was actually funny.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us. But let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
If there's 5 of her.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time.
Oh, yeah.
Just stairs.
She's all melded
No
together.
weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So, you brought the knife. After everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still aren't sure what you want to do? Unless you are.
That's why
We
it's...
just hope you're sure of yourself. One way or the other.
That's why it's the achievement is called Strange Endings. Because it's strange endings, we get strange beginnings. are we gonna do?
Maybe this doesn't have to end just yet. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it. So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct and make us all forget.
Kiss all of her foreheads. This poor woman.
Believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that?
She's crying.
Are you sure that's what you want? Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back. We can't keep going without a nemesis.
Oh. I understand the name of this achievement now. Let me save in case I get rid of options. I don't want to forget you.
We don't want to forget you either, but that's what we would have to do.
A single tear forms in one eye and slides down their cheek. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
I don't think we ever really forget, anyway. There's always something that draws us back together. Some buried memory that both of us treasure.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we can choose to do it all again. We'll always be able to start over, if that's what all of us want.
We're here talking about this right now. How do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. We can't know something like that. But we're choosing to do it now. And maybe we'll just keep doing it again and again, forever. It's almost comforting to know we can keep meeting each other over and over again.
How do you know that things won't just end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you, I kill you, if I let you bring about the end of everything?
That's okay. We have to be able to trust that whatever choices we make, they're the right choices.
Oh, God.
Maybe we'll continue the loop of forgetting and restarting forever. Or maybe we'll decide, at some point, that it's time for things to end.
But how can we trust ourselves? Our memories will be gone, and we'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually, something is going to be different.
When we first met each other in the long quiet, there was something inside of us. Something we couldn't recognize or understand. And we can't say we fully understand it now. A warmth when we look at you. The kind you don't realize you're missing until it's come back. Every time we hurt each other, every time something awful happened, it was still there, undercutting the pain on the surface with a constant, soothing glow. That warmth is never going to go away, and that's why we believe in you.
It isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
You'll be back here again, sooner than you think. And then we'll part ways again, and find each other, and part ways, and find each other. It's like we're never really alone. Because even the time we spend apart is time spent chasing these moments of reunion. And they're all the sweeter for the isolation in between, don't you think?
That's beautiful. You've really grown a heart, haven't you?
Is it too late to go back to being a god? Any other way?
Our options are limited to what that knife offers us. Either we use it to put things back, or you kill us. We're sure you can figure out which one we'd prefer. But we don't want to influence you. We're sure you'll do what you think is best. If it's time for it to be over, it's time for it to be over. As much as we might want a few more precious lifetimes with you.
to her plan.
Okay. If this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. Speak for yourself. Maybe I'll see you too. Maybe I won't. They take the blade from our hand and stare fondly into our eyes.
Love you.
We love you too. Everything is going to be okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
That's the name of the achievement. You're on a path in the woods. That's why I said I think I know what this achievement means. And that's why I let it look. It's not letting me skip because it's technically still new. This is still new. It won't let me skip because it's new. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. That one was really bittersweet. So we have essentially two like good endings, a bittersweet ending, and now there's two bad endings. I'm gonna do the worst one first. Which is a new and unending dawn, and everyone hates you. I broke Ren's brain by pointing out that the combinations of our song have to be like, somebody's probably done the math out there of tracks for our song based on all of the different routes you can take. I broke Ren's brain the other night pointing that out. Oh. Still broken, thank you. Layer cakes. Oh boy. Okay, so there's one I want to try because I'm like, oh, do I...
You're on a path.
Shut your fucking mouth. With Spectre, the good ending. Let me double check and make sure I didn't randomly get it, although I don't think I would. All right, cool. It is still locked. I have unpaused. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna try doing it on the Spectre route first. Because anything after that, you get past the point of no return, because a prerequisite, which we've already gotten, a prerequisite for past the point of no return is first to bring any vessel to her.
You make your way up the short.
Okay. So we're just gonna be fucking nasty on this route.
The interior of the cabin.
Blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Basement.
The door to the basement
Continue.
You're still listening to reason. You step forward. You lunge forward.
He's dead.
Yes, exactly. You open the cabin door, ready to return. Only a world.
Oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes.
I like it here.
Really? Well,
Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. Just ends the game. I'm wondering if it's faking me out or not. I don't think it is. I think that's just a run. Why is that under the Spectre? Why isn't that just under story achievements? Fucking cheeky so-and-so. Oh, instead of our song, it's your song. You cheeky so-and-so. Unbelievable.
you're on a path
In the woods. Okay. Start with the witch again, 'cause the witch has a lot.
You make your way up. The interior of the cabin.
We go in without the knife, and we lie. It's lying.
The door to the basement.
I think that starts the witch.
Wait, really? You're here?
Examine the chains.
You're only making.
Stairs.
Okay.
Bottom.
You make your way to the bottom.
Get her.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade. Though your nerves are
And we
seizing
kill her
with.
again.
You steel your resolve and take.
Yep, there's the witch. Okay. We have the opportunist with us for the witch. Alright. I'm going for the scorpion.
A warning.
No.
The interior of the cabin.
Okay, it's a knife.
You take the blade from the shelf. The door to the basement creaks open.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as
Blade's not for you. Gotta get out somehow.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to...
I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own.
Sorry.
Smart. Let's...
Be with the princess.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
That's doable. Katie just with the nascent explosion.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone.
You first.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only.
You have to leave.
The princess leans... You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs.
Thank you. Time, boys. Stab her in the back. Do it. Do it now.
Wait, I thought we were helping her escape. Of course we're not. You didn't buy all that noise I was putting down, did you? I was just waiting for a moment for us to strike. She has it in for us, you know.
I'm not going to praise you, but I am going to stab her in the back.
You're no fun. But at least you get how important it is that we leave this basement at the top of the pecking order. You plunge the blade deep into the princess's back,
It was in your
driving
nature.
her to her knees amid the roots.
In your nature.
Would you look at that? No need to thank me. But, you know, please do thank me.
Of course you'd betray me the moment I turned my back on you. Don't think you're leaving here alive, wretch.
She shoves you in return, sharp teeth clamping around your ankle as the two of you tumble down the uneven stairs in a hastening flurry of violence and loathing.
Oh.
You separate with a bone-shaking thud as you hit the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Ah!
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken.
Oh!
One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Did you really think you could stab me in the back without suffering the consequences? Fool, 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 you're such a ridiculous fool.
I can't get up. You broke my back.
Oh, I broke your back, did I? You were the one who started this little game. You were the one who chose spite and violence and conflict. If not for your betrayal, I could have had my freedom a lifetime ago. But I'm the victor now, and that means I get to select my prize. If only I could decide which is better. Do I kill you with my own hands? Or do I let you suffer the way you decided to let me suffer?
I was thinking about Francie too. I was like, oh, that's a lot of fools.
Maybe I'll do a bit of both.
At least we can all agree that it was a good idea to make her go first.
Was it though?
How? Well, she was going to betray us, wasn't she? And we struck first. Our back is broken, but we gave it our all. No regrets. Besides, she's got to have it as bad as us, right? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh.
Ho-ho! So she does have it as bad as us.
It seems you're not the only one who's broken.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. Look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen now? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her
She's
place.
gone. And is that a...
Okay.
I'm begging
Yeah.
you. This... If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Now I have to be a dick and I have to feel bad. Like every other time, I have to tell them that they're going to die.
Something finds me. Nothing. She asks that I tell
Okay. So that's the witch. Five. See which ones have the most now. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the witch still has the most. Okay, the other ones have 5, so it doesn't really freaking matter. Well, most of the other ones have 5. A couple like the prisoner. The prisoner, the razor, and the tower, and the specter. Prisoner, razor, the tower, and the specter. They all have less than 5. Oh no! I was gonna say I'll do the damsel, but then I'd have to tell the smitten he's going to die. I can't handle that. That's a line I'm not gonna cross. I'm not gonna tell the smitten. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. Oh, which one's the broken? I think that's one of the, no, I will not do that to the smitten. I can't. I think that's the tower, but it's been a little bit since we've done the tower. Yeah, broken is the tower route. Fuck him up, yeah. The tower also has other perks, so.
You make your way up. The interior of the
Okay, take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the...
Talk to her on the way down.
Oh,
Checking in on
it's
you.
been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Tell her there's no way you're going to kill her. No way.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Do it. I'll fuck up the broken. I'm not gonna fuck up the smitten.
You ignore the trembling in your...
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately.
Give up.
Are you serious?
Bogan says,
warning.
Smitten.
Before
No.
you go any further.
No, Bogan, I won't.
She will... We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable.
Bogan. I can't do it. Bogan, I think you will be satisfied with... If those listening don't understand Bogan, please watch Fine Sauce Joel. I beg you. Katie subscribed, so she has some of his emotes. I think Bogan will be pleased with the route I'm taking, though.
If that's what you want. You take the blade from the altar. It would be... The door to the basement... Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort. Yet the princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight. Her figure framed...
Drop it.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel. Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Being silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen? You're less broken than I thought. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand!
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Do you just have Metalocalypse gifts just like open, just like a page of them? End it. Yeah.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
No, not like that.
Your hand lifts the blade and
No,
brings it
no.
towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her. Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next. Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
No.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Katie is only able to talk Metalocalypse gifts tonight, apparently.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
Haha.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
God
She
killer.
collapses to the floor. Her glassy
Slay
eyes
your
watch,
better.
unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together.
Is it really dildos though, Katie? We just killed a god.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess.
But we were pulverized. Well, she usually kicks our ass.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path.
Oh, God.
And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
That is the first time he's thanked us, and this is also the first time he's made me laugh this hard. Shut up, Broken.
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Go, Stubborn, my boy.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
Yeah, I agree. This is actually incredible. Also, this landscape is fucking gnarly. I love it.
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
Yeah, this music is really cool.
Alright, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... This is just...
Oh, shit.
Great.
If your thing is about telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We all know about her. And it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, isn't it? Clearly you've already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Since we're on a third act, that usually means we're pretty much at the end. So I will try to at least get to the area with the long quiet and then save there.
So you knew this could happen? You knew we'd be able to restart like this?
Or let me try to get to the path in the woods again. Because I only have one question to ask the long quiet, and that's what do you think of this vessel?
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here,
the shifting
then
map.
that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else, we hit this point of no return, then what
Then
happens?
what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If it doesn't matter, because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
I better listen if you're supposed to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
Because you're fucking annoying, bro.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun breaking
We
him.
died! If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not
Stupid
listening.
motherfucking piece of shit.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Which one are you directing that at, Katie? The narrator or the
Second he
broken?
tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
I know. The gift talk is so funny. The broken
Good.
this time?
We're
Let's
all
go.
on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
You talked about windows.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Blech.
That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Boy, I have not seen this one. Why is there a blood
You'll
gulch?
need it if you want to do this right.
I want the real blood gulch, not this one.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you.
There's a mirror.
All we see is a damn mirror. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? The door? The mirror. What are you talking about? You're standing in front of a door. Whatever non-door thing you think you're looking at, it isn't real, because if it were real, I'd know about it.
This song is fucking amazing.
But it has to be real. It's right there.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
I think he knows it's there because he's so convinced in telling us it's not there. Sorry, stubborn my boy. Because Brogan wants us to smash it, we're gonna wait.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Oh, I have to
Why
tell
am
the
I not
stubborn he's gonna
surprised?
die. I feel bad about that, but I'm gonna have to
Step
tell.
forward.
Smitten
to
is the one I can't do.
darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. The high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And We're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying. And we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. Then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground. She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Shut up,
Screw
Broken.
that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Okay. Oh, I actually... Oh, feel better, Nymph. I actually hate the narrator, but Jonathan does a really good job, yeah. We're gonna go with stubborn. Let's go!
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for.
Thank you for the follow, WPC.
Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
Stubborn!
A horrifying squelch.
Oh!
You are unwound.
Oh.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Ow.
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Oh. I don't like seeing all the organs. Hi, Raiders. Ah. True to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. Time for you to leave.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I love that. You weren't torn to ribbons, you were unwound. It's so poetic. I agree.
And there's that mirror again.
Yeah, this is the end for... I hate this. This is the end for you.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Yeah, I have to tell them they're gonna die. I don't like it. Well, I like telling the broken.
This is what we all deserve, isn't it?
Shut your mouth.
Screw that! This can't be the end, it just can't!
Oh, I'm sorry, Stubborn. Dip, potato chip. Thank you. I'll be ending after I talk to the Shifting Bound. Thank you. Oh.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes.
Oh, she's
become
holding the
pockets
heart.
of vitality
Damn.
and movement. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace. I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay. An unwound vessel. Bring the fury to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Shut your mouth.
And at the end,
Say. I'm sure. Okay. Okay. So this is where I'm gonna call it. I know we ran over a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I have to dip potato chip now. And I will see you guys next time.